my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. We got the panel ready to delve into some really interesting things this morning. Knowing your partner's friends and loved ones can give you better insights into their personality, their values, the people that they are. But how simple is it in real life? Well, we've had the experts explain to us how we should do it. Now let's see how it works in the real world. We've got a fantastic group of couples with us here today. We've got Kirtley and Summer Daniels. Summer, we love you. We work alongside Summer, and she's amazing. And then two friends of ours, Dale and Sass and Aiden Overmeyer. Guys, thank you so much for joining us.
It's always a pleasure.
This is a safe place. I want to say this is a safe place, but it doesn't feel like a safe place because we're getting into relationship talks and now your partners are actually here and it gets all real.
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Red zone activated.
Yeah, exactly. But you got to kind of hype yourself up for it because it matters.
Yeah.
Your partner matters. Yes. Your friends matter. Your family matters. So I'm going to start with you, Dalen. Was this a tricky thing for you to navigate? Talk us through the process yourself.
I think meeting Aiden's friends for the first time, it wasn't that difficult. They are very spontaneous people, and I think I could be myself around them. And we share mutual friends, so yeah, it was amazing just to gel with him.
I was going to ask, Aiden, how much cross-pollination had happened beforehand? How close to each other were you socially before you guys kind of formalized things?
We weren't known. So it actually happened after a while.
Oh, really?
That our friends introduced us to each other.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And that's a good way to do it, man. Then you know you've been vetted, everything is sorted. And it's a difficult thing because you don't want something to step into, especially when you're taking that step to get married.
Yes.
Yet your friends are who you are.
Yes.
So how do you define that? Was this something that you guys had to navigate? Was it difficult? Was it easy? Maybe, Kirtley, I'll start with you because I've heard Summer talk enough in my
Thanks, Graham.
So I feel like when you start, you know, your friends is really important. Like you said, they who you are. And the way Summer gelled with my friends, it was important because obviously that validated who I am, and Summer was part of it. And so now obviously it feels amazing to have your friends support who you are and support your relationship. That's very important and going forward as well.
Because you're going to need someone else to lean on. You're going to need advice. So he paints a pretty cool picture. Summer, was it that easy? Did you just gel with the friends? What was the process like for you?
Look, I think at the beginning it was easier because we were young, we were 18, we started dating young. So it was 18, just out of high school. And then I think it went great until we had to get married. And then you realize that we aren't all in the same place in our lives.
Yeah, it's a
So then it was one of those things we had to get into this aspect of like, okay, cool, I love your friends, but there are boundaries. Because they are great.
Okay.
Like, we were joking with them last night. I'm like, to all the boys in this group chat, you better watch this segment tomorrow.
For sure.
Red zone.
There's some goals coming out of this,
I'm
buddy.
calling all your girlfriends.
Yeah.
Because I know things. Now I'm only kidding. He doesn't tell me anything. But I mean, it was one of those things where we had to navigate. Okay, cool. What are the boundaries with my friends and what are the boundaries with your friends now that we're entering the marriage stage? Because dating is completely different.
Oh,
I don't have.
Yeah, no, I can testify.
I don't really have that sort of say. But nou is ek mos die queen. Come on now. I'm like, come on now.
Oh, you're getting cheers. There's cheers going out throughout the airwaves. People are standing up in their houses going, yes, you are the queen. You've got to be conscious about it. That says to me that you need to speak about these things. Friends are one thing, family, whole different level of baggage coming with you because they're a part of your baggage.
Yeah.
Navigating that space, how much of an intro, how much of a build-up, Dalen, did you have to kind of set them up for it? Talk us through those kind of, because it's quite a difficult journey to broach because it brings up all your stuff as well. It's a complex situation. How did that play out for you and Aiden?
When I met Aiden for the first time, a week after he introduced me to his family.
Wow, you went all in, eh?
So obviously
boy.
they knew me. I'm Dalen, whatever I sing and wherever I am, they know me, Facebook, Instagram, wherever. And it was, in the beginning, it was that type of thing. Oh, Dalen is a superstar, Dalen is this and that, until I had to show them, okay, I am not actually a superstar when I'm with your son. I am just a normal person. So I had to teach them, basically, to just treat me as a normal person and not Dalen the superstar.
Do you think the way that they engage with him and their attitude has shifted and changed through this process? What was the journey like from your side? Were you worried about them knowing so much about him and coming into this with this big personality and having this profile? Was that something that made you nervous, or how did you play that?
I think I was a bit nervous in the beginning because I needed to get them to see the other side of Dalen as well, and then also get used to the Dalen behind the scenes. Because I think over the past few years, knowing Dalen, seeing him on TV, social media, shows, we tend to got used to that Dalen.
Yeah.
So myself including, and my family, we had to get used to the entirely Dalen, the new Dalen, get to know him, and also, but obviously behind the scenes. So it was a big adjustment, but I think as a family and myself, we got used to it.
And this is the joy, is that you kind of think of past and future. You forget about the lived moment that you're in right now, which is your moment. Everyone else can take a back seat now because it's your time. It's time for your relationship to breathe. But you do need some help along the way. You need your family and friends around you. They inform who you are, the person that you are becoming as well, and everything that you want out of life. So we want to keep this conversation going online and on our WhatsApp line. Drop us a voice note if you've gotten into a hairy situation with family and friends making an introduction. If it's gone horribly wrong, we want to hear about it. 063-408-8863. Let us know. The conversation will continue.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to Feel Good Breakfast Show. Expresso here on S3, and I've been brought into this conversation because they wanted more tea to be spilled. They are welcome. We have our lovebirds on the couch, and we're getting to know them a bit better. In fact, we're getting to know about how they know each other's friends and whether there are some boundaries that they need to have built that up. As you can see, the couples, they're looking a little bit more nervous here because they're worried about my next question, and I'm going to go straight in with this one. Dalen, hi.
Hello, I have screenshots.
You have screenshots?
I have screenshots.
I
You
have
have receipts?
videos.
Yeah.
Your
we are
screenshots,
ready.
receipts, videos, you got this.
Wow. I'm nervous now for the rest of the conversation.
Just want to find out, with regard to, I mean, you're in the industry, okay? You have friends who are very pretty, okay? Very
So
good
pretty.
looking,
Okay.
right?
So
You have
pretty.
very,
Let's go.
very, very good looking friends, right? I mean, you got Graham, you got myself.
Call, please. Like,
I'm just letting you know. Just, okay, so what happens, you know, when your partner sees these friends, say, oh, Dalen, how are you? You're looking, hi, and suddenly those things happens. How do you navigate that situation when you have friends who are very, very good looking and, you know, of the same order and caliber as you? How do you navigate that? I'm just asking the
I
question.
see where you're going.
I'm not
I
doing
see where you're
anything.
going.
You're trying to...
I'm just asking.
Cause it's separation.
I'm asking for a friend. Maybe your friend.
Honestly, what's for me will be for me. Like,
Okay.
this-
Yes.
yeah,
For you.
it's for me.
That was a very good So can I have your real answer now?
That is my answer.
Okay,
Being
so-
honest,
okay.
like, call no, man. I don't want to answer you now. Do you want to answer that, Aiden? I have pretty friends, apparently.
Have you had to deal with this before? Has there been a moment where you felt compromised in a situation like that? Like where you felt like, hang on a minute, I don't have a voice in this moment. Someone is stepping over a line. How do you deal with that or process that yourself?
Well, I don't think there has been a situation as deep as that.
Fantastic.
I think the bond is too strong for that interaction to take place.
And I think we speak about it a
Yeah.
lot, eh? When we get home after I perform somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
we
that-
we
that
speak
kind of-
about it. Oh, did you see how good that one looked? That type of thing.
Oh, so you have a...
We act on it now.
A mutual appreciation of the aesthetic. Like,
That's all you have to do, right? Especially at your shows, you know, people start screaming and shouting and
Yeah.
taking
But
shirts
that's
off.
cool.
Anyway,
I won't do that again. I won't take my shirt. Sorry, it was
Last time.
I overstepped.
I feel like we should ask the other couple the same thing because they look like they got stories, you know, because one's a soccer coach and you know, the other one works in the entertainment industry. Naturally, somebody...
They're clinging to each other. They're like, wow.
I mean, you know, how sometimes people try to take a free kick with you, Mania, and then you got, you know, someone to kick them back.
So I had it on the other side.
Okay.
Fortunately, Summer doesn't want to have friends or like, I'm like, Summer, you need to have like
I
friends.
asked him, are you going to tell the South Africa that I don't
don't
really
have
have friends?
friends.
He was like, well, at least
So
I'm telling the truth.
It is kind of the topic of
Like
our
Summer,
discussion, though.
Call the girls out, like invite them over, like have your spa day here at home. You can do it at home.
Yeah.
Am I married to
I
the
was
girls or am I
and
married
so I was
to
like,
you?
but I'm married to you. I just want time with you. I don't want time with anybody else. So then I'm
You
like,
see, so
okay.
that's the difficult thing because Curtly is vrienden met almal. Like, he's that person who's like, you know how those pastors like, hi there. So that's Curtly. So I don't go to a mall with Curtly. I don't go to a field with Curtly because Curtly's friends with everybody. He came in here and everybody's like, Curtly. I was like, I work here. Hello. I'm Summer. Lovely to meet you. So I think it's one of those things where mutual respect is so important.
Okay.
And so the boys know me well enough to know that if you cross that line, cross that barrier, he loves you, but sweetheart, he loves me more. So it's one of those things where it's like, just don't cross the line, and they're great that way.
Okay, all of this is great, being said. He just wants a game of golf, man. He just wants you to go and spend some time with your friends so he can have some time with his friends. Okay, Summer? No, I'm joking. I'm proper just poking the beehive there.
Yeah.
How do you broach that, though? Because I'm in that phase of my relationship where I'm in the bubble. Everything is about our marriage and about our kids and about everything. It would be healthy for both of us to have an outlet. Is this something that you guys talk about? And we'll take you out of the hot seat for just a second. How do you guys disconnect from each other? Is there space to be individuals within this kind of relationship? How does that look, Dave?
Oh, me?
Well, you're both going to have to weigh in, man. Yeah.
Like I said, we have mutual friends. So he will have his time with the mutual friends. I will have my time with my mutual friends or our mutual friends. Distance from our friends especially and distance from this helps a lot.
Yeah.
I knew the friends before I knew him. He knew the friends before he knew me. So we have different relationships with everyone in our circle.
Great.
So that time apart, it really means a lot.
It's
to me,
healthy.
especially. It is.
Is it conscious, Aiden? Is this something that you guys are conscious about, or is it just naturally?
I think
played out like that?
it just naturally played out that we have time with, seeing that it is mutual friends, have time on our own with our friends, but also have time apart and not
You're
together.
just amazing. You're just amazing
Very
people.
balanced couple. I like that, eh?
I love that.
Also, when you have friends that are friends, right, they can report back.
Friends!
I'm just saying, you asked me to sit down.
They're not going to let you do this again.
I'm not here for a holiday.
They're just gonna
I'm
say,
here for the tea. That's what I'm. And for you to, are you deliberate in? I mean, I know your jobs are very different, but which actually separates you in that particular time. But socially, there's also a need for space because I feel like an occupational week, everybody goes to.
Is there really a need for space?
Corners.
Yes, I think you and my wife would be like this.
I feel like you and I would. We both dancers, we both, you know.
No time now, eh? If you want to set up a boundary on national television, you must do that now, my friend. It happens now.
Tell me you're in love without telling me you're in love. Hey.
Okay, just be careful because you must know when you're going to sleep tonight, yeah?
I feel like the balance is very important,
Yeah.
like in terms of, and that's important. You have to have time with your friends, and I think that's, it weighs down on who's your friends, because if your wife, your girlfriend trust your friends, or trust you with your friends, then it's important for you to have that time. Then she'll be more willing to, oh, it's okay, no, don't worry. Oh, I didn't know what time you came home last night. I was fast asleep.
Yeah.
Because of that relationship that's been established before and the trust. So that's very important.
Okay.
Yeah, and unfortunately, trust is a track record kind of a thing. Okay, you can't buy it, you can't get it instantaneously. You got to earn it along the way, all right?
Yes.
And then I'm gonna apologize in advance because everyone has that one friend. Okay, we're not talking about that one friend who's got to deal with it. Okay, because that's just how life works. You guys have amazing bonds. Thank you so much for being so vulnerable and opening up for us. We absolutely love it. Please don't go and have a big fight straight after.
All love.
And to the WhatsApp group, hope you enjoy those memes today.
All the boys chat. The boys chat.
Yeah.